Oh boy, EA trying to cling to their last flagship franchise like Rose clung to that door in Titanic, and we all know how that ended. Nothing like good old EA chicanery to get a girl out of retirement. I've been minding my own business, playing The Sims 3, preparing a Sims 4 series, and bam, out of the blue, The Sims 4 is going free in October, and my first thought was, again? I mean, if people wanted the game, they could get it for free on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, Origin, and probably by mail like those never-ending AOL free trial CDs. If you know, you know. So what has changed in the last 6 to 12 months to make EA this desperate? Oh honey, how much time do you have? Let's start with the state of the game. One look at Twitter, YouTube, Reddit, or any other social media site should clue you into what has been going on with the game. Some of these issues I've been talking about for 2 years. And I love the Sims 4 stans on Twitter who are like, shut up, they'll fix it eventually. How much longer are you willing to wait? Because the majority of the issues in the game have never been fixed. Dine out, toddlers, simulation lag, the list goes on and on. 8 years and people are still saying, give them time, they'll fix it.
I just turned 100 today and I'm sure EA will fix The Sims 4 this year.
I can't look at Twitter anymore. The amount of brain dead EA butt kissers is astounding. Just like EA is capitalizing on a sucker born every minute, and apparently they all hang out on Twitter. No wonder people are leaving that platform in droves. Soon it will only be the Sims 4 stands and the bots duking it out to see who can kiss EA's butt the best. Moving on from that unfortunate image, EA is also in major trouble financially. CEO Andrew, please buy my company and let me still run it, Wilson, is looking for a company to pawn EA off on. How's that going for you? No takers yet? That's so surprising. EA's stock price is tumbling, their top earning franchises have left the building, and EA doesn't want to be holding the bag during the dreaded R word. Although I do love the corporate spin they put on this. In regards to the rumors about looking for a company to buy them out, Andrew Wilson said that the studio would be able to remain an independent developer if it wanted. Let me translate that for you. Pay no attention to the failing company behind the curtain. We can totally make video games and keep this company afloat for many more years to come. We are not a giant dead weight that will ruin any company stupid enough to acquire us. And the fact that our release schedule for the rest of 2020 has tumbleweeds blowing through it, don't look at that. Ooh, look here at this. We are proud to be operating from a position of strength and growth with a portfolio of amazing games built around powerful IP, made by incredibly talented teams and a network of more than 500 million players. We see a very bright future ahead. Beep boop boop beep, I am not a robot. This is not corporate speak. This is the truth. Man, they are making Andrew Wilson work for his $20 million pay cut. That just screams the company is doing so well. Don't they normally fire a bunch of the employees to tighten the balance sheet before they get desperate and dock the CEO's pay? If anyone thinks this company is financially sound and a good investment, you deserve to lose your money. In other news, EA left the barn doors open and FIFA and Star Wars got out and went to better developers who might not start huge legislation in regards to their greed. Good for them. So, what does EA have left? Oh, and how are fans feeling about Madden? Oh. Okay, what else do they have? The Sims! The fact that they have pretty much nothing else puts this news into a whole new light. The Sims 4 is going free again and they are giving away a brand new kit. Yay! Isn't that generous of them? It's totally not a trap. Is it the game's birthday? No. Kind of sus that they can't do this level of celebration on the actual birthdays and anniversaries of the game franchise. That should probably be your first clue. Remember back when I talked about those EA shareholder reports and told you they were basically spin doctoring data so that the shareholders don't fire sale their shares of the company? Well, they can't really hide behind those FIFA made insert money amount to date, and 30 million players have tried FIFA statements anymore, especially not during the dreaded R word. Every little bit of data is going to be scrutinized, and shareholders will decide if EA is a good buy, and spoiler alert, it isn't a good buy. Oh dear, what are they going to write in those reports now? I can just hear the alarms going off at EA HQ as they try to figure out how to spin losing those franchises into a positive. Pay no attention to the fact that FIFA brought in a stupid amount of money and we have nothing that will fill the void. I'm sure we have something we can squeeze more money out of. I know! Let's make The Sims 4 free and give away a kit so that we can bolster our quarterly report. It worked so well for us last time. Yeah, it worked well because your game wasn't a giant piece of crap and in worse shape than The Sims 3. Yeah, I said it. At least when I tell my Sims to do something in The Sims 3, they don't stand around admiring the wallpaper for an hour. Best game ever, right? I'm not against people getting stuff for free. Yes, I paid $80 for this steaming pile of crap at launch, and the resentment ship has sailed. I learned my lesson and purchased many other better games since. Most recently, Disney's Dreamlight Valley, and I've obsessively sunk about 25 hours into it. No, it's not The Sims, but just playing something that functions well, was well thought out and fun. Remember, fun is enough to get people excited. At this point, if they released a bug fix that added a period to a sentence that had no punctuation, people would still get excited. Why are you excited every time EA blows their nose? It's no wonder Dreamlight Valley got people excited when this is your competition. And you all seem to like the game too, considering how you blew up my no subscriber, no videos second channel to watch it. That should tell you everything you need to know about The Sims 4. People are tired of this game's crap. Given the choice of slogging along in The Sims 4 or playing Dreamlight Valley, people are gravitating towards the latter. For EA, that should be embarrassing. This game is in early access with a small amount of content, and diehard Sims creators are skipping the games their channels were based upon to play another game. Yikes. That doesn't bode well for the future. My problem with free stuff stems from what it does for EA's bottom line. It gets a whole bunch of new people hooked on a broken game and filling EA's pockets. EA can then twist the truth for the shareholders, saying they got all these new players and pretending that the game is doing well sales-wise, even though free downloads aren't sales and have no monetary value. If a shareholder ever sees this, you are being duped hard. Then EA gets even more money from the shareholders as they buy stock, believing EA is doing well, which we all know isn't true. Financially viable companies don't go trawling for companies to buy them. No one wins in this situation except EA. EA can go on making their glitchy subpar games, and the fans that buy those games and make future games possible get nothing but a mess of a game in return. How is that fair? Spoiler alert, it's not, and that's precisely how you get haters, or people the EA apologetics call haters. I'm proud to be a hater. I stand up for the consumers and talk about the bad stuff so that others won't become another victim of EA's greed. If you want to get the game for free or the kit for free, go ahead, but remember, doing so is exactly what EA wants and is relying on. Dangle the carrot and the suckers jump. Just don't come crying to me in a year when we're back in this situation again and nothing has changed because you allowed EA to steamroll you. Change is hard. It requires you to put up with not getting the most shiny new thing and standing by your convictions. I'm not talking about a boycott, because boycotts are doomed to fail. Most people cannot stick to a boycott. And all EA has to do is have a sale and everybody rushes to buy the pack they want, because who wants to stick to morals when you can save 50%? Everybody said they'd never buy My First Pet stuff or Journey to But 2 until it was on sale, and then convictions be damned. Like I've said before, EA doesn't care if you pay a penny for their packs. They count that as a win because they got you to buy. It's a win because then they can tell their shareholders that they got people to buy their next broken overpriced pack. That's why EA has sales so often. It works. It gets people to open their wallets and give them money. For all the outrage when a new pack comes out broken or barely functional, there are many people who will conveniently forget all about that and pony up their credit cards to buy it on sale. That's the definition of hypocrite, isn't it? Something to think about. And just so you know where I stand on this is my order history on Origin. It has been 3 years since I have bought anything from EA. I've stuck to my convictions and refused to give them a penny more. Yes, it has stung when I wanted games like Jedi Fallen Order, Lost in Random, or It Takes Two. But you know what would hurt more? Buying an EA game and realizing that I'm feeding a monster that doesn't care about their employees, their franchises, their games, or their fans. That I am responsible in some small part for the way EA treats everyone. That would hurt way worse than missing out on a game or two because I want to stick by my morals. But you do you. You do whatever makes you happy. It makes me happier than hell to stick it to EA and support all their competitors. I get immense glee in supporting small indie games and watching them flourish into million sale games. It warms my heart to remember playing a game in early access, nurture it through release, and know that my small part has helped it get a sequel, which I will be playing day one on my second channel. It is no surprise that I look back on all the indie game successes I've supported with pride, and look back on my support of EA with shame. If you are tired of being treated badly by a company, then stop engaging with said company. Ignore their trailers, ignore the game shillers, ignore the posts on social media, pretend they don't exist. EA only exists because people give them attention and buy their games. The worst thing you can do is deny them both. Imagine what would happen if people stopped watching their trailers, engaging with their posts, and stopped talking about them. It would be like they didn't exist. Then imagine their pathetic, please pay attention to me sales, and their slow descent into obscurity when people didn't buy. Wouldn't that be the sweetest revenge? But I'm not recommending you do anything like that. Oh no, the good sheep should keep buying their games, not asking any questions, and then get hyped for the next cash grab game to start the cycle all over again. Will I be downloading this free kit? Hell no, because that gives EA EA a win, and I'll be damned if I ever give EA another thing in my life. Well, except holding up a particular digit and giving it a nice wave. That I will do, and gladly.